All right, greetings everyone. My name is Lucas Frank and I am the owner of Hiatus Brewing Company. We are a 3-barrel brew pub with plans of beginning operations in this coming June. We are located in a brand new shopping center at 6230 Southwest Highway 200. From a visual standpoint or location landmark, that is just west of Jasmine Plaza. We'll provide 12 taps of unique on-site crafted brews, and we'll also provide a full-service restaurant that will complement the brewery. We set out to provide a coastal Florida Caribbean look and feel that demonstrates what the Hiatus brand is all about, which is to provide a place that allows guests to pause the daily routine and enjoy the company of others while enjoying delicious beer and food. Our origin story isn't much different than other breweries out there. I brewed my first batch of beer at home back in March of 2010. And since that first batch, I've dedicated myself to try and educate as much as possible and to learn how to craft a quality beer. After 7 years of home brewing and seeking a career change, in February of 2017, I attended a How to Start Your Own Business workshop provided by the SBDC at the College of Central Florida. I felt I had a solid understanding of the brewing process, but was lacking in knowledge on how to start up my own business. So with the help of the SBDC advisors, along with other professionals in the restaurant and brewing industries, I've been able to get to this point. The reason for starting this business, aside from seeking a career change, was because of the potential success this business could bring to Ocala as well as Marion County. Projected number of residents, 21 and older, within Marion County is an estimated 250,000 people. According to the United States government survey, 56% of Americans stated that they drank alcohol in the last month. So that would suggest that there's over 140,000 people within Ocala and Marion County that would be potential customers for us. And also taking a look at statistics for the state of Florida, the state averages around 1.3 breweries per 100,000 people. 100,000 people aged 21 and over. Combining those numbers with the fact that as of today there's only one brewery currently manufacturing beer in Ocala and Marion County further suggests that there is a need for this type of business in this market. So we determined that the brewpub business was viable. Then the search was on for a location, and this by far was the biggest obstacle that we faced throughout the entire process of getting to this point. And there was at one point I could be able to tell you what the price was, what the lease stipulations and what was available on Southwest Highway 200 based off of the amount of calls that I had to make to try and find a viable location. Our goal from the beginning was to focus on the Southwest Highway 200 corridor, especially west of Interstate 75. My wife and I live on the west side of Ocala, and we've lived there for close to 15 years. And aside from major chains on that side of town, selection is very limited. So in progressing with location, we initially had some productive conversations in late 2017 with a large outdoor mall that is located west of Interstate 75. But that fell through in early 2018 just based off of the fact that we were a startup and not an established brand, and they were looking for somebody who had a solid track record. So then we started to see what businesses in this particular industry that were for sale. And we did not pursue any of those again because the location was less than ideal. So it's still early 2018, and we met with a local commercial realtor that introduced us to a location that was just off of the square downtown, but still had excellent visibility to the square. Going in the downtown market was kind of against our strategies, but the fact that it was located so close to the square was something that we could not overlook. We went to the location on 2 different occasions, and we brought the entire team out to see if it was a viable spot, and it was determined that it would be possible from a construction standpoint and whatnot. After that second visit, we went home that night thinking we had found our location, only to find out the next day a business had all but signed a lease to move in right next door. This business was going to feature craft beer and a food menu. So this business was essentially going to provide a similar product that we were going to, and had even better visibility to the square. Once we found this information out, we decided to pass on that location. It had been close to a year of searching now, and I was starting to get discouraged because we still hadn't found a place. So I took to the internet and started doing some commercial property searching on LoopNet to see what was out there. I would share ideas with my wife or with my advisors, and a lot of time the response would be, "Are you serious?" They could sense my desperation in trying to find a location. So fast forward now a little bit more towards April 2018, and after doing continuous searches on LoopNet, I came across a site that was being developed. Nothing was there yet. It was just a pad site. I sent the realtor an email, and he said, "Let me share your ideas with the landlord and see if there's any interest there." Later that day, the realtor did get back to me and said that the landlord is interested in hearing what we have to present, and said he was willing to move forward. So there it was. We finally had our location after a year-long search. After the agreement was made with the landlord, we began to do the design and schedule out the equipment. This allowed us to put together estimated cost of the project and move forward with funding. We opted to go with an SBA loan, which we closed on back in February. We would have closed sooner, but due to the government shutdown, that caused about a 35-day delay. So now that we have a lease in place, funding secured, we have finally been able to begin work on the site. And hopefully this week or next week, the inside of the building will start to take shape. Thank you for your time, and cheers.